Okay. So in previous session, we discussed about the benefits of ERP, right? Benefits of the ERP. So today we will be learning about the ERP softwares. What are the ERP softwares that are available in the market? So in the screen, you can see that there are few companies which are providing the ERP software. Example as SAP, Oracle, Sage, JD Edwards, Microsoft, PeopleSoft, Conzona, Epicor, IFS, NetSuite. So these are all the ERP softwares. In the next slide, we will be seeing ERP as one side and the rest other ERP softwares as the other on the other side. Okay, what is the difference in sense here? So ERP itself, ERP of SAP is on the one side because we will be learning about the SAP. All right, and in the further classes, sessions, we will be learning about the one of the ERP product that is SAP, about ESAP. So the remaining ERP softwares we are not going to learn, but to just to understand what are the products or what are the competitors of SAP we are having. What are the competitors? These are all the competitors of ERP software of SAP. So SAP competitors, I can say. JD Edwards also is one of this. Okay. And compared to the other softwares like Oracle, Microsoft, PeopleSoft, and SAP is the best tool or a good tool because it provides more features compared to the other ERP software. Actually, Oracle is also an ERP. I mean, Oracle is good for database. Basically, mostly we will be using for the database purposes. And it is also good for the, in the ERP, it is also good for the financial part, financial model. So Oracle financial module is there, one of the ERP, and it is good for that purpose only. So Oracle is providing a ERP and which is only focused on the financial one, Oracle financial apps. It is not providing or else not good for the other modules of like as SAP, as like SAP, other modules. Other modules means like material management, SD, sales and distribution, HRM or HCM, HR or HCM. So it's both like HR is the old version and HCM is the latest version. And still latest version also we got in SAP, that is a success factor. So other modules or I mean other whatever I told about these modules so Oracle is not providing it. Or if even though if it is providing, it is not like good shape. It's not good or else not good features are provided by that. And only financial module section, it is good for the Oracle. But whereas the SAP, it is providing all these modules which I told you earlier, like ABAP. ABAP is different. ABAP is a customized technical module of SAP, and is the functional module of SAP. SD, sales and distribution. HCM, I'll show them in the next slides. Let's see. So this is the logo of SAP, current logo of the SAP, current. What is the meaning of current instance? Previously, when SAP started in the year of, here you can see, I'll show you in the year of 1972, when it started. Okay, so in the 1972, let me show you this one. Okay. Okay. This is the old logo of SA in the 1972. That's the reason I told this one as the current logo of the SAP, current logo, okay, of SAP. This is the old one. You understood the difference, right? Yes. The old logo was with the SAP with the lines you can see, and later on, after couple of years, I mean in 1972 when they launched, they came up with this logo. After 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, somewhere else after 4 or 5 years, they changed the logo to this logo. So most of the, in Google, you can find this logo, and in their own website also, you can see that. So portal of SAP is sap.com. So if you want any information related to SAP about the software download or anything else, so we can contact from the sap.com websites. You can find the contacts, and from contacts, this is the help file from the India. And if you want from the other countries, also we can also access, or else we can also get the information from other countries. See here. So there are Americans. So if America, not if America area. So there is a branch in Argentina, Brazil, Canada, China. So based on their US, if they want, they are from US. So those people want to contact to the nearest location. So they can contact this nearest location, their phone number and their physical address of the that company for anything, for license or whatever it may be. In the same way, so there are where we can see about Europe. When I say Europe, so Greece, you can see Albania, you can see Portugal, Austria, Hungary, Roman, right? Romania, Belgium, Italy, all this, all these countries, as Ukraine, Turkey, Finland, all this Germany, you can see. And Middle East of Africa, also we can see Middle East of Africa, Bahrain, Morocco, Qatar, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Israel, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Oman, United UAE, Emirates, Kuwait, Pakistan, and South Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific, Australia, Japan, Singapore, China, Korea, Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, China, Malaysia, and Thailand, India, New Zealand, and Vietnam, and Indonesia and Philippines. Again in India, you can see here. Where are they? In India, we have a branch in Bangalore and one in Kolkata, one in Mumbai and New Delhi. So their company name is SAP Labs India Private Limited. Okay. And again in Bangalore, so there is another, Bangalore also Concord. So Concord Technologies Private Limited, like this. Whitefield, main branch in Bangalore is Whitefield. So Hyderabad also we have a branch in the Mindspace Madhapur. Okay. Bangalore, Mumbai, Gurgaon, Delhi, near to the Delhi, Gurgaon, Haryana, that is basically, Gurgaon is nothing but Haryana. So this is how we can contact to their companies for any license related or something. So we can search as an history of SAP. We can search for the history of the SAP. When I say history of SAP, either we can search like this, or in Google, we can go directly SAP history. Okay, stay aside out. So this is the link you can see, SAP India about company history. So this link I can use it in the anywhere else. such that next time I can directly click on this link for history. Now, anyway, we have that link now. So when I say this link, the history of SAP, how does the history of SAP started? So almost now we are in the year of 2023, correct? So it completed or it successfully completed 50 years of SAP. SAP has been launched and currently running, and it's been 50 years. So here you can see in 1972, five entrepreneurs, five people, five business people had a vision for the business of potential of the technology. So SAP established a global standard of enterprise resource planning software, ERP software, and now we are calling it as SAP S4 HANA takes ERP to the next level. ERP is there, SAP is also there, and SAP now we are calling as SAP S4 HANA. SAP S4 HANA is the latest version, latest updated version, which is in the cloud platform and all those things. But anyway, takes here you can see takes ERP to the next level by using the power in memory computing of the vast amount or a data to support advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence and AI and machine learning. So earlier SAP ERP, whatever the SAP ERP, it's an old one, right? In 1972, it was launched. But later on, we see the advanced technology came into the market, such as like at least AI and machine learning, what we are seeing, right? Those technology came into the market. So the old version of SAP ERP was obviously it won't support because that is an old one, which is developed long back. And the artificial intelligence machine learning, which is latestly developed recently. So that's the reason even SAP also came up with the new things as by the name called SAP S4 HANA and with the supporting advanced technologies. So this SAP S4 HANA is supporting the advanced technologies such as AI and ML also. The current, according to the current. Starting with the one customer, starting with the one customer. Okay. So SAP, when they started, right? So they have only one customer of handful of employees. And later on, now with the 50 years, more than a 50 years, they have the customer of how many members? 4 lakhs customers they are having. Means 4 lakhs companies are using approximately, we can say 4 lakhs plus we will call it. We call it as a 4 lakhs plus customers. So earlier they have only one customer when in the year of 1972. Obviously, it's a starting stage. So when they develop and they have one customer and slowly they keep on increasing their employees as well as parallelly on the customer sides also. So with the one customers, now they have around 40 lakh, 4 lakhs customers now. So these are the four people what we are seeing. Actually there are five, they should be the five people, right? Five enterprise. So one were missing, maybe he did not been captured or we don't know. Maybe he is no more right now. We don't know exactly because 1972 to 50 years. And obviously when we say it's a 50 years now and their age at that time, at least it should be 30 plus 40, 50, right? It should be somewhere 80. Maybe obviously one person would not be their part of, so we don't know. See, I am not saying that person is alive or maybe that photo was not captured here. That is one reason. Or maybe, when we see this picture, they're almost, we can see these people age looks like around 50s, 60s, correct? With the black beard, with the bald head, you can see here. So obviously their age would be, according to this picture, there should be around 60s, around 60s, the time they captured. Maybe by the time the another person who we are expecting, that person was missing. So we can see, even they mentioned their names also here. See here. Hope, Platner, Valnuther, and Trisha, and Hector. So these are the started their company name as. So you can see the earlier name of the SAP is this one. What is this one? Systems Analysis Programmatical and something, right? Because why this is not, I mean, programment quickling something, right? Because this is something like a German language. So Germany. And when they, transfer this Germany to the English, it is of system analysis program development.
Oh, good morning.
So you are late.
No, these all we have already
Covered.
covered.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm just continuing those things. Yes. So earlier, the name of this one is System Analysis Program Development. Huh? So their idea is to create a standard enterprise software and integrate all business process and enable data processing. See here, what is their concept behind this ERP SAP? Their concept was, their idea was to create standard enterprise software. Okay, standard one that integrated all business process and enable data processing in real time. What is this meaning? Standard enterprise integrated all business process. So different company or a different domains, people have a different kind of a process. Example, if you talk about a retail, they have a kind of a different process they follow. If you talk about a pharma, they have a different kind of a process. If you talk about a automobile, they have a different process. So all those people of a different, processes, they want to make it as something like a standard one, and it is used for every kind of a domain people. So that's what their intention was, their idea was. So integrated all business process and enable data processing in a real time. Data processing. The data is transformed from one, like in, for example, if you take an example of TCS or Wipro or Infosys, any company or a small, so there is a different kind of a team people. So every organization has an IT team. Every organization has actually at least of HR team, engineering team, right? And a finance team. So there are different kind of a team people. So they all together, they all should not use a different platforms to access or to connect, right? Instead of connecting or instead of using multiple applications as for individually, they want everyone to use a one platform, one application. It would be easy to track for them also. That is the purpose. Integrated all business process and enable data processing, and everyone, the information is passed to everyone with a real time real information. For example, if company has been if employee has been came out from that company, so that person has left the company, so immediately the person email has to be blocked, right? Because you should not misuse outside of the company or whatever it may be. So immediately it should be blocked, and whatever they block, that should be intimated immediately to the HR team. And the HR, after HR team, again they should also get confirmation. And even regarding the, according to the submission of the laptop, I mean accessories, whatever the company has provided to that person, so they should also take care of those things. So immediately the information, real time real data has been passed to everyone immediately. You got my point. So one by one, the process will be like I told about from the backside, means when the person is leaving, even the same process, the person is hiring also, they have a process. When the person has been hired, immediately the information, the HR, they has to go to the HR team, and they has to update according the time sheets. The person has been, they will be joining from this date. So the salary process starts. The finance team also should get the update, and the information has go to the IT team, such that they should also take some necessary process about providing the laptop, issuing the laptop to the employee. So all this information would be tracked with one employee ID, right? Or some other information, name or a mobile name, something. So they has to update all. That's the reason of, data processing in real time they are talking about. So SAP founders, like, learn business needs of SAP and everything. In 19, you can see here, they had built application for the finance accounting. Means SAP, what we have seen in SAP here, there are multiple modules, correct? These many modules are available currently for the SAP. SAP currently these many modules is it is supporting. Example like ABAP, right? This is a technical module of SAP ABAP, basically, which involves like a, I mean, prerequisite of learning ABAP is like programming at least. See, Java, I mean, Java programming is required and database related also required, SQL and everything. And there are another modules is like HR, which I told you about the recruitment process. So HR, human resources. I don't know about the LO and SD, sales and distribution, NetViewer, BW, business warehouse, like FICO, you can see material management, you can see FICO, finance part. This is the finance, FICO, financial and controlling, finance and controlling. So PP, production planning, ITs and CA, like BI, business intelligence, supply chain management, basis. Like basis is nothing but installation of SAP, installation, right? Like, we do installation. If I buy any, laptop, a new laptop, so first install should be done an operating system, either like 7, 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever it may be, operating system. So a laptop needs an operating system. Not only a laptop, a desktop also even, right? Operating system is required. The same way, when someone has to work on an SAP, so SAP needs to be installed. So who is the person that has to be installed in this? Basis is the team who is going to be install this SAP software in your laptop. You got my point? So everyone, like different people works on their different modules. So PLM, project or plant something related, AC and APO, application programming object. Some this is also related some technical module of and CRM, customer relationship management, ASAP. This is a methodology basically, right? So when I talked about these many modules is currently existing for the SAP. Currently, SAP is
Not there.
earlier, yeah. Earlier in sense in 1972, they were not there. 73, they were not there. 74, they were not there. I mean, slowly, one by one modules, they have started and they developed and they started integrating.
Even up to 2012, I guess, only SD basis, MM and HR.
Core modules are there, and there are they are there. Few modules are not there. Right.
That time I remember this
See,
IPS,
all right.
all this things.
That's what they are saying here. They had built application for the financial, invoice verification, and inventory management. And some of them are real customer. I means first when they came into in 1972, they developed the financial module only, FI module, finance related. Means like the payments related, invoice related. So that module only they developed. Got my point? First they developed, and after once they developed that one, and they went to one of the pharma company.
Null, sir, null.
Huh?
Null Pharma. KNOLL.
Okay, pharma company, yeah? Nola.
There it is, sir. Germany, KNOLL.
Yeah. Some of the early customers is Knoll factory
ICI
belongs to
factory, ICI is also a paint company and
right.
Null.
Knoll. Okay. Even they mentioned that an Austrian.
There it is written, ICI. Yeah.
Only two. And later on, the name was changed to System Application Products and Data Processing. This is a new name, full name. Earlier it was
System analysis program.
I mentioned it, right? System Analysis Program Development. Earlier, SAP means in 1972-73. And later on in the year of something, I can see. Actually, they have mentioned it. year wise.
Yes, sir. You had
I
shown
showed
us.
you, right? I showed you, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm seeing now.
You had searched for year-wise.
Yeah, see here, loan about the yearly years. Early years you can see 1972. Okay. So you can see their board notice, I mean the company name, and this is how they pay their names also they mentioned here. Yes. See here. So became the first Austrian company to install the SAP. First, this is the company. So you can see this company, and first they did it in the Germany itself. Germany itself, that Austrian that companies to install the SAP. I mean, first customer we can say they got the first customer from there, and they got some amount, whatever it may be, the business or first. Then slowly they came. I mean, they are in the 72s and 73 or 74. Slowly they started, and they started having more customers, and they came out from their local country to the other countries. They started spreading to the other countries also. Now we are also using, like, almost 120, 130 countries are using this SAP now. Earlier, it was only one, first in 1972, 73, 74, and have a small setup with the rental and everything. Then slowly they have, moved up to their own office also. They set up there. You can see here, SAP has some, 60 employees as one of the Germany largest from that time itself. In the 70s, 88s, they used to have 60 employees only. That too, it was the largest software firm that time, 60 employees. And that time they were using the R1 techno, I mean R1 architecture, and then they focused on the R2 tech, R2 architecture. R instance, R2 instance, real time actually. Okay, R means real time. Two means two tier architecture. One means one tier architecture, right? So that's how they keep on, see. Now SAP move its own offices in Waldorf. So in 1979, they have their own office setup. This is at Waldorf, this one, this office setup. Before this, obviously they were in some other place, right? And that is not their own office. It could be on a rental base somewhere else, or lease or something else. But later on, when they have a good customers, 60 employees is sitting and all those things, they have their own setup, office location and everything. So development team and now has 50 terminals work on, and all the SAP program in one place, punched cards and consigned to history and the terminal era begins. Their business started, So R2 after 79, okay, you can see 80s and 81, 82 to 90, this one. So R2 software proceeds as data faster integrated and enterprise business focusing, bringing the real time to the desktop. So 81s. So RT launches quickly achieves and some high level stability of this one. Okay. Right? More in when you see in 1983, right? They have more than 250 companies in Austria, Germany, and Switzerland now deployed SAP SOX. You can see here 250 companies in Austria, Germany, and Switzerland. These three places is more than 250 companies. They have their setup and software and having all those things. So this is how the SAP company has started, and they has been, like, developing. SAP has 163 employees generating revenue approximately 48 billion, $48 million or something, right? In 85 tools for SAP, 86. So 87. So it goes on like every year, whatever they have, they achieved, whatever they achieved in every year, it's been mentioned here. You can see in the history of this one every year after 88, 89, 90.
Even Infosys owner, they all started like that.
Yes,
From SAP. SAP and Oracle.
Oracle.
They were Oracle and SAP, they were moving. From there, they started their company.
Correct. So a lot of people, now who are like maybe the CEOs or founders of some company. I'm not saying everyone became an CEOs, but at least few people who has taken their or else they kept their life in the risk and they taken this as an one of the challenging and they become as an CEOs. Few people. So one among one that is SAP 92s. Partnership with many, they had started, partnershiping with the Microsoft. See here, SAP and Microsoft sign an agreement about the strategic corporation in the Germany in this. Bill Gates, not only with the Microsoft, with the Google, with the Oracle, slowly because they need some kind of a relation, business and all those stuff. That's the reason, like you can see, IBM also, a long-stand SAP partner is running an IT global partner of SAP. So IBM also were supporting these people. And not only supporting, see here, the logo. That time they were presenting to the customers. So their logo was that. So now whatever I have showed you, this is the logo. That time they were presenting, this is what my logo and this is what we wear. And now the logo was totally changed and this is our current logo. See here, SAP celebrates 25 years. 1997, by the 1997, it was 25 years. And now it is 50 years. So again, in MySAP also came. MySAP also a revolution. Hal's Spartan announced a new strategy that completes uh, real gains the company and its product portfolio, mysap.com. Again in 2000, slowly, year by year, we can see. So this is what about the history of SAP? Clear? See, even my SAP.com website is not working. They thought something, but I think for few years it was there like 1 to 2, 3 years. But later on, I think this did not work. I think so. Maybe they have changed something or they removed this one. I think my SAP.com is not working here. Okay, and they continued SAP. I mean, they continued with the SAP again. Then I think in 2010, I think 11, this S4 HANA came.
2012, I guess.
So, that's right.
12 or 13.
S4 SAP HANA. Can you see this one SAP HANA in the year of 2011? See the first SAP and HANA, SAP HANA. Okay, platform customers and can analyze the data in this second instead of days or even a week. What was the difference between these HANA and the old version of SAP? The difference, main thing, the difference was earlier the data was to display to the customer, like thousands of data or lakhs of data, it used to take more time. It used to take more time. So to because and if I want to search for something, if there is a lakhs of data, for me it used to take maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, for example. So I mean, customer won't wait for that long time, right? So that's the reason they came up with new technology or artificial intelligence and memory and all those things. And that's the reason here is, instead of days or weeks, okay, instead of which is taking a days or a weeks, generally it won't take, but they're telling as an example, instead of days or a weeks it is taking, and generate it comes very fast in a seconds. See here, data in a seconds. Customers can analyze the data in a seconds. We can analyze the data, whatever. When I can analyze the data, when it is coming very fast, right? Which the data earlier, to analyze the data and everything, it's not so user friendly, right? And it may takes more time. But now by with this SAP S4 HANA, it is very fast. The displaying of data and analyzing is also very fast. Clear? So here you can see why SAP, why we should use the SAP. So the reason is these all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 steps, I mean, 8 points are, I mean, 8 key point, very key important points are, these are the 8. So why we should use the SAP? So the first one is it's very user friendly. It's very user friendly. Now, if I ask, maybe Sar is he's from US, so he's maybe comfort with the iOS. Maybe if you are fast from 5 to 10 years, if he is there, so obviously he is more comfort with the iOS, not with the Windows. You are from India, right? So you are comfort with the Windows, not with the iOS, because it's not user friendly for us, or else maybe not. We have not learned in such a way from the starting. So that's what, like, user friendly. SAP, the screen, whatever whatever we are seeing the screen, it's very user friendly. Even a normal person can understand what is what we have to do. See, I can ask you in another way. Who taught us a Facebook? Who taught us a Instagram? No one. We have learned it on our by own, but or else we explode ourselves to write a comment or to upload a picture, to write likes or whatever it may be, to share. These are the common things, right? Or WhatsApp. So it's because why we have learned it, it's so easy, user friendly. Maybe they like competitors has came up like a Facebook. Maybe they did not existed now. They're not existed because that those things are not, maybe not user friendly. Like you are not aware. I'm aware, and maybe this are aware. Earlier, now the Google Photos and everything, whatever it became. Earlier we were using Orkut, but that was for a couple of years, right? That our generation was using Orkut only to have our photos and kept it in our place.
Yes,
And
when I'm in 10th also I use.
right. Then that time they mentioned it clearly. Orkut used to going to close any data, whatever you have kept your data in Orkut, photos or videos, whatever the data. So they announced that very clearly, informed to our, the Gmails. So keep your, data, I mean, keep it somewhere else. So after a couple of months, after a couple of days, we are going to totally close those things. Even something also came up recently. I'm listening something which about one of the part, or maybe YouTube something, I think. So few things is they want to close. So we need to go, I mean, roll back in this, keep our data somewhere else, maybe in local machine or somewhere else. Maybe after that they won't support. I'm not sure about YouTube
No,
or something.
actually, for Google,
Google.
not Google, for Gmail,
Gmail.
if you forget the password means it will be closed.
Right. This point. So Gmail, what they have done in sense, correct, not YouTube. So Gmail is informing us, like for me and you especially, because we were using from 15-25 years the Gmails. Maybe I also used many Gmails as that time, but I'm not using right now. Even I don't remember my username or a password. I'm not using at all. I've forgotten that one. So that email ID and password is with the Gmail, right? They have everything is there. So they informed us now. They informed us those who are not using their Gmail accounts from past 1 or 2 to 3 months. So they are going to totally delete that data. Totally.
Good also.
Yeah, they are going to remove that accounts. It's good. They don't want to keep that garbage with their unnecessarily occupying. So they want to come out with this kind of a one, solution so that their space can be also managed proper. Right. So the same way, so it's user friendly is one, and another one is liable. So it's like liable is nothing but a trust. We can trust this SAP. So that is another reason, and easy to process in sense step by step how to go, where to go, and the process is very easy to understand, and it is very easy to even unknown people who are not into the SAP, if we train them, it would be easy. It's not so complicated where to go, where how to understand. It's not so complicated compared to the other ERP softwares. That is the another part they are talking about. The another point they are talking about is the accurate and instant. So the update or else the information when I raised a PO purchase order, so instantly and accurately the amount purchase of amount and the material as is being, is pushed into the production also, or also informed to the vendors as immediately. So accurately the purchase order request is gone to the vendors as. So they something like they got an invoices. So, okay, this company is requesting me for some kind of a information or some kind of a material. So that way it is accurate and instant, right? And affordable in sense
The price will be.
the price. See, nowadays, if you see, purchasing of a bike is common for everyone, affordable. Even we see nowadays like auto wala, rickshaw wala, or who is rickshaw. I'm talking not about auto rickshaw, rickshaw I'm talking. Even cycle who is also, and everyone common person is also having a bikes. My days or even like those days, affording a bike is also too costly for us. Bike. Hardly we used to afford cycles. Cycles. Even our engineering days, we went with the cycles. Those days. But later on, now bikes are common. Every family is having at least. So not only the bikes, even cars also came into such a position. That's the concept of Tata Nano came. That's 1 lakh. Instead of buying 1 lakh with bike, they can afford one nano car for 1 lakh. 4 people can travel. So that's what the affordable meaning is. It's a minimal price, not too high or a too less. Everyone can afford that cost. The same way SAP also has it's not too high. Getting a license or to when to purchase a license, and it is customized again. SAP has done in such a way. If you don't want the other modules, we can also take only one module, FICO module. If I want only MM module, I can also take one module. If I want only two modules as FIS and MM, that way also it is customized or broken into pieces, and they are providing us. So whatever we want, we can take those modules. It's not mandatory that all you want to buy a SAP means no, you have to buy all the modules. No, I'm not using those many modules. I don't require them. I require only 2 or 3 modules. Then that time SAP provides only 2 or 3 modules. So when you taken less modules, the cost get reduced to the customers, right? That way, and improve effectiveness by using this SAP. By using this SAP, me or any company who purchased and using this SAP, what happens in sense? So that company can improve the effectiveness of their work. Everything earlier they used to do manually everything, right? Now if once they started using this software of SAP ERP in their company, so they improved lot many things. The manual job was removed, right? So everything automation or whatever the process came into this, so they are improving their effectiveness of the they are saving their time. When they save the time, instead of when they save their time, they can involve that time in the some other things that employs us in some other work also. So that way they're improving their those things, and support all fields. So SAP is supporting many fields, not only in one area it's focused on. like just now I told you, it is not focused on only automobile or not only with the IT industry, right? Educational also it supports. It also supports healthcare. It also supports in pharma. It also supports in construction. It also supports in not defense. Many, like we can see here. So these are the industries. So in building products, chemical industry, mining, right? Oil and gas, utilities, aerospace, defense, automotive, high tech, and industry, machineries, components, banking, insurances, airlines. They are using airlines also, that ERP softwares, right? Engineering, construction, media, professional, railways, sports, telecommunication is also a big industry, right? So travel and transport, even agriculture. Maybe in India, in India, we are not that good in our agriculture. We are doing an agriculture, no doubt, but the government is not supporting in a good way or else for the agriculture. But in other countries, yes, even agriculture is also very good business. Correct? They do it in a systematic way. They use the government also supports in such a way. But in India, it's not now, at least. Maybe future, we are expecting that. So the same way, when agriculture, consumer products, fashion, lifestyles, retail, wholesale distribution, defense, and future cities, healthcare, educational, public sectors, government, public, all areas is SAP are being used. You got my point? It's not only one area that SAP can be used. No, I did not got a job in IT. No problem. We can, if you are choosing an healthcare, there also we have. If you are in IT company, right? You non-IT, maybe some industry company. Those people also using like BHL, if you can talk, or else you can take any other, Patanjali. There are number of industries, Toshiba, like TV, like who manufactures TVs, or many industries, big Siemens or something else, right? Nokia mobile companies is also. So those people also they are using these ERP softwares. So any other areas is also, there are a good opportunities for SAP. So you can see this one as an example. You can see 208. So out of 250 top retailers in the world, right? Example, you take 250 retailers are there in the world. In the world, not only India, I'm talking about. Throughout the world, there are 250 companies. Like if you talk about DMart or Reliance, Walmart, or many other, which we don't know. So out of 250 retail companies, 208 companies are using this SAP. It's good amount of people are using, right? Not like 50 majority, more than 50, almost like 80 to 90% of people are using in retail. The same way, if you talk about, this automobile industry, there are 8 companies, if you talk about, right? If you talk about throughout the world, 8 companies. So out of 8 people are using this SAP. No one is left. Everyone is using. The same way in 50 world safest banks, in the world, there are banks, right? Banks, like if you talk about in India, HDFC, ICIC, Citibank, Axis, or even government banks like SBI or Punjab, National, Andhra, many other banks, right? I'm not talking about at least private. I've been talking about the throughout the world. It can be public or it may be private sectors also. In bank sectors also, out of 50, 46 people are using. 46 bank companies are using. Means you can see almost like 95% people are using this ERP. The same way, out of 100 educational universities, like top universities, Kale University, Lovely University, there are good educational institutes throughout, I mean, India, or in abroad, like lot the universities. Those people, out of 100 top universities, 97 universities are using this SAP. Means in educational sector also they are using. The same way, hospitals you talk about, Apollo, Citizen, right? Huh? Medicover, right? There are many medical, schemes, right? Out of 10 hospitalities, 7 hospitals are using this SAP. Right? So you can see 41,000 1000 consumer products companies 134 countries. This SAP is being used right now at least 130 plus countries. Not one country, two country. You can go once you learn this SAP. So if you are in any other country, if not now, after 5 years or 10 years, so you have an opportunity to work even not in India at least. India, definitely we have it right now market. Even if you go to any other countries in future, so you have an opportunity to get a job in SAP in that country. So you can clear about this points?
Yes.
So this is what all about the theoretical part currently.